Shh. Can I trust you to be quiet? So I can move my hand now? Good. In the flesh, you miss me? Sorry to pull you into a dark alleyway like this, but I kind of have to keep a low profile. I read the papers. Feels pretty good being Miss Wanted, the town criminal. There's a reward, isn't there? That's big money. You sure you don't want to turn me in? You like my disguise? It's a nice change, Funny how I've lived over 160 years and never considered dyeing my hair. And these sunglasses. They're practically worth more than my car. I stole them. But to be fair, I also stole the car, so this is kind of a flawed comparison. What am I doing here? Following you, of course. And by the looks of it, you don't seem very disappointed. So what'd you tell them, You tell them it was me? Or did they find it out all by themselves? That's... damn. That is one good excuse for being in the woods in the middle of the night. Have you been interrogated before? You're one hell of a good liar. Thanks for not ratting me out. Hey, don't worry. They were bound to figure out it was me eventually. And Emily, how is she? Glad to hear it. What? Just 'cause I hate her doesn't mean I want her to be miserable. Good for her. I am glad she's doing well. Ah, well, I'm full of surprises. You see, I am a whole new person now. I have matured, I have grown, I have taken time to myself, thought about my actions, all that self-reflection bullshit. Okay, maybe I haven't changed. I can see you have. You're older now. You look good. How have you been? Give me the whole life update. Oh yeah? Good for you. So life is good now, I'm happy for you. You seeing anyone? Just a question. Cool. I am doing fantastic. Best I've ever been, in fact. I went all over the place. You name it, I've been there. Okay, maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I did do my fair share of traveling. Confession, this isn't the first time I've been back here. I've actually been checking up on you every now and then. A couple times a year, just to see how you're doing. Making sure you're not behind bars for a crime you didn't commit. But, embarrassingly enough, this is the first time I've been able to swallow my pride and actually talk to you. After you stood me up, I wasn't really sure what I was supposed to... Shh. Just listen to what I have to say. After you stood me up, I thought that maybe you never wanted to see me again. I figured I drove you away with the whole investigation and the, well, murder. But I missed you. And I thought of you every day. I had to come back and talk to you, even if it's just this once. Don't do that. Say something you don't mean. I know you don't feel the same way. I mean, are we gonna talk about the elephant in the room? The fact that you stood me up 3 years ago? You never showed. I waited for you. I waited for you long after dusk, and you didn't show. I kept making these excuses, like maybe there was a family emergency, maybe your car broke down. Funnily enough, it took me a whole 24 hours to consider the fact that maybe you didn't feel the same way. No, just listen to what I have to say. I was in over my head. I gave you an ultimatum. I put you on the spot. I don't blame you for not coming with me. You did what any sane person would have done. If you think I resent you for it, you're wrong. It was naive of me to think you'd throw your life away for a blood-sucking monster you just met anyway. I mean, I made that mistake once. Listen, I don't expect everything to go back to how it was. I just miss you. What? You called me? When? Every day? Since I left? I got rid of my phone. I don't get it. If you wanted to be with me, why didn't you show up that night? Held up? Held up by what? No way. How long were the police interrogating you for? So if I just waited for you a couple hours longer... Are you seriously telling me I have gone 3 torturous years without you, all because you got held up at the police station? I honestly can't tell if the universe is trying to pull us together or tear us apart. So after all this time, you were here missing me just as much as I was missing you? You are hard to get, you know that? I mean, damn, it has been quite the chase. Well, I think it's safe to say it was all worth it in the end. Because after all, now I can do this. We have a lot of lost time to make up for. What did you say? I don't think I heard you correctly. You can't be serious. Are you sure? If I turn you into a vampire, I mean, I don't need to explain to you what a life-altering decision that is. You say that now, but it's not something you just decide all of a sudden. You should think it through. You have thought it through. You've had it thought through for 3 years? Okay. Okay, but not here. I can't turn you into a vampire in an alleyway. That's cheap. We'll go somewhere else. I know just the place. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? It would be pretty, poetic. Let's go. I told myself I'd never come back here after you didn't show. You kind of ruined my favorite spot for me. It's okay. You're here now, aren't you? Such a relief to know it was all one big misunderstanding. You gonna sit down next to me or what? Come here. Okay, so becoming a vampire. The first thing that needs to happen is I have to bite your neck. I think I've gotten pretty good at that by now. Then you have to bite me. Then I have to kill you. You'll spring back to life within a couple minutes, good as new. Of course, technically, you'll be dead, like me. I wish the killing thing weren't a part of the transition, but I'm afraid it's vital. So, are you ready? And you're sure about this? 100% absolutely positive? Okay, then here it goes. Definitely my favorite part of the transition. Okay, now it's your turn. I know how the tables have turned. Let me get comfortable first. Okay, I'm ready. Ouch. It's okay. You'll master the art of biting in no time. It's harder for you anyway. You don't have fangs yet. Now comes the final step. You're sure this is really what you want? 'Cause after this, there's no going back. We're talking about a lifelong commitment here. Actually, an eternal commitment. Okay, brace yourself. I'll make it quick and snappy. Welcome back. How does it feel to be dead? I'm gonna miss your blood. But on the bright side, this means I have an eternity of this. So I think it's worth the sacrifice. Promise me this is forever.